Hey everybody, I'm long overdue for a Led Zeppelin ranking, so here we are. Led Zeppelin, one of the most famous rock bands of all time, so no need to go too deeply into their history. But very briefly, the band formed in 1968 in London, England, and they would go on to release 8 full-length albums before breaking up in 1980 following the death of drummer John Bonham. So for me personally, Led Zeppelin were a very instrumental band in getting into this music. I remember being like 9 years old and going to the record store with my dad, and he bought Led Zeppelin 1 and 2. And I just remember cranking those around the house for many weekends to come. A band that always kind of stays in my rotation, even though I've never really considered them a top 10 band for me. And just you hear them everywhere. It just reminds you a lot of people, a lot of memories, and we're going to get started. Before we go into the album ranking, they did release this in 1982, a couple years after they broke up. This is Coda, a collection of unreleased Zeppelin material. Definitely pretty uninteresting overall. My favorite tracks being I Can't Quit You Baby, Wearing and Tearing, and I guess Bonzo's Montreux, kind of a unique drum solo. It's kind of interesting, and that's about it. So on to the album ranking. At number 8, we have Presence, the 7th album from 1976. An album that I always tell myself is like a 10 out of 10, but then once I stick it in the stereo, I feel differently. It's to me, it's bookended very strong. You got the first track, Achilles' Last Stand, over 10 minutes, one of the best and most epic Led Zeppelin songs of them all. And it ends with T for One, a 9-minute song that I've always really gravitated towards. Obviously a solid rock album from beginning to end, but in the Zeppelin catalog, I'm going to put this on the bottom. Might be a bit of a hot take here, but my number 7 is Led Zeppelin 3, the 3rd album from 1970. I probably would have put this dead last if you asked me a couple years ago, but I also feel like this album is going to go up a couple notches if you ask me in 10 years. It's a very folky album, nothing I really like just focusing on in the car, but a good background listen. Again, a very laid-back, folky album, but it begins with Immigrant Song, although just 2 minutes and change, one of the heaviest, best, and most iconic Led Zeppelin songs of them all. But the rest of the album is very different. Besides Immigrant Song, I gotta go with Since I've Been Loving You, Gallows Pole, and That's the Way. Number 6, the 8th and final album, In Through the Outdoor, 1979. 7 songs, another laid-back affair. I'd say Led Zeppelin 3 and In Through the Outdoor, most laid-back Led Zeppelin albums. I like the hits on here, All My Love and In the Evening. And I'll give my number 3 to Carousel Alhambra. I just got off work a couple hours ago, and a while ago, me and a coworker, we were talking about Led Zeppelin, and he was saying he loves the song Hot Dog, and definitely doesn't do it for me, but it's cool that he likes it. Definitely kind of a goofy country song in my estimation. But number 6, In Through the Outdoor. All right, number 5, Physical Graffiti, the 6th album from 1975. Probably kind of low on the list compared to most people, I'd say, because there's a lot of people who will tell you that Physical Graffiti is the best Led Zeppelin album. I want to say like the majority of fans will put it in like their top 3. There's people like me who say, yes, there's a lot of strong material on here, but also a lot of filler. It's watered down overall, and at the end of the day, it's kind of a middle-of-the-road release for me. It's a double album, if you didn't know. First half is not perfect, but very strong. You have The Rover, that's one of my favorite Zeppelin songs. Same with Houses of the Holy. Custard Pie is solid, and who could forget Trampled Underfoot. On the second half, there's only two songs I really like, that being 10 Years Gone, and for me the number one is Down by the Seaside. It's not really the song itself, it's just kind of how it makes me feel. It's just kind of a real, it's got a real special feel to it, and relaxing, and reminds you of being a kid, and I always like that one. But yeah, the rest of the second side, not great. And on the first side, Kashmir, one of Zeppelin's most iconic songs, just for me personally, never really been a fan of that one. Don't really like that song. Okay, number 4, the debut album, Led Zeppelin from 1969. Real strong release. Sometimes some days I might put this higher. But just picking a couple songs here, gotta go with the first two, Good Times, Bad Times, what introduction to the world, and then Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You. But I gotta give honorary mention, Communication Breakdown. I mean, to me, that's like one of the first metal songs of all time. Okay, number 3, Houses of the Holy, 5th album from 1973. Yeah, this one's always been a real kind of a car album, summertime car album, feel good album. Dancing Days, the Rain Song, just beautiful. But number 1, Over the Hills and Far Away, that might be my favorite Led Zeppelin song. Awesome album, got to give that 9.5 out of 10. Okay, we're getting into the 10 out of 10 category. And you got the biggest one of them all. Highest selling, most acclaimed, most hit songs. Volume 4, 1971. Pretty flawless album. But picking just a couple songs. When the Levee Breaks, Going to California, and of course Stairway to Heaven. Because you know what, I don't get bored of that song, because I don't know, it's never gotten overplayed to me over the years. Yeah, and there's just so much so many elements to it, like Rock and Roll All Night, Paranoid. Yeah, I am bored of those songs, but Stairway to Heaven is too epic. I'll never get bored of that one. And yeah, what I got here, this is the 2 CD deluxe edition. Got CD1 original album and CD2 unreleased studio outtakes. I listened to it once and that was about it. Okay, so my number 1, Led Zeppelin 2, 1969. I just think this has the most amount of awesome songs. I just got to give this number 1. Top 3, What Is and What Should Never Be, Heartbreaker, and Thank You. But, I mean, you also got to mention Living, Loving Maid, Ramble On, and, of course, Whole Lot of Love. The influential drum solo, Moby Dick. Still got that extremely strong blues element from where the band sprung. And for me personally, Led Zeppelin 2, best Led Zeppelin album. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.